All right, so we left off with glands of the skin, and the first gland that we will talk about are the oil glands. And the term for the oil glands are sebaceous glands, and they are attached to hair follicles. Okay, oh, there we go. Um, they are what are called holocrine glands. And holocrine glands are glands where whole cells actually accompany the secretory product. So, in other words, oil is composed of whole cells as a part of them. You think about it, oil compared to sweat, much thicker, greasier. That's because there are whole cells in the secretion. They also secrete, and the secretion that they secrete is called sebum, and it's waxy and oily. There is function for sebum because if you think about it, the most often that you think about the oil is either in your hair, on your face, and sebum keeps your skin and your hair soft and bendable or pliable and kind of waterproof. And it also inhibits the growth of bacteria. Sebaceous glands are sensitive to changes in sex hormones. Therefore, secretion of sebum from sebaceous gland accelerates at puberty, and the result is acne. I like this picture a lot. It really shows you the glandular tissue. This whole thing here is a sebaceous gland, and it is connected to the hair follicle. Next are the sweat glands, and there are two different types, and some of them are connected to hair follicles, like this one down here called an apocrine sweat gland, and some of them are not, like the eccrine sweat glands, and we'll talk about the difference between the two. First, let's talk about the eccrine sweat glands. They are also called merocrine sweat glands. And what that means is that they are just releasing a clear secretion, no whole cells like in the sebaceous glands. The palms of your hands, the soles of your feet have the highest number. Also, your forehead, neck, and back. And think about it, when you are hot, those are the places that sweat a lot. Um, so, in body temperature elevation or in emotional stress, you will have excess production from the eccrine sweat glands. There are sweat gland ducts, and it is through these ducts that the secretion gets to the surface, and there are pores on the skin that are where those ducts open up. And this secretion in eccrine sweat glands is a clear secretion, and it's called sweat. It's chiefly water, but then there are some electrolytes in it, like sodium chlorides, that sort of thing, as well as waste products like urea. This is a neat picture because you can see a sweat gland duct going through the thick stratum corneum. Functions of sweat. Well, cooling the skin surface to reduce the body temperature. I think that we talked about this earlier in the year when we talked about homeostatic mechanisms, that sweat on the surface of your skin will evaporate and it will leave you with a cooling effect. It also has a function of getting rid of water and electrolytes and waste products. And then also, and you don't really think of this, but sweat actually provides sort of a barrier or a protection. And it does that because it will help block bacteria and viruses. The second type are the apocrine sweat glands. And these actually develop a scent when bacteria metabolize them. Um, they begin secreting at puberty, and they secrete when a person is emotionally upset, frightened, or in pain, or during sexual arousal. Now, the term apocrine sweat glands, apocrine means there are parts of cells in the secretion. These are found in the armpits and the groin. These are the ones that are connected to the hair follicles, and they produce sticky, cloudy, and potentially odorous secretion called sweat. Um, and they discharge their secretion into hair follicles rather than to the skin surface. Sebaceous gland, and these are injuries.